Hi guys, welcome to this Marquee Matchups trading tips video to support the video from earlier this afternoon guys. Basically we will focus on a select number of teams. Of course the video was 15 minutes long, this one's roughly about 6 minutes and we'll cover a lot of options guys. So smash the like, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. If you've got any more questions guys, let me know in the comments down below or check out my social media links and playlists on the channel guys. So the first route is guys, we're going to focus with the A-League and this is focusing on practically the silvers within the league guys. We're going to do it team by team, seem to find it works better. The rare silvers is the ones that we're looking for, so this Karuska is a good shout. Iasis is another one. You want to get these guys for 250 coins guys, get them on kind of like no risk. There's not many rare silvers to start off with. The reason why I'm saying rare silvers guys is because these guys are probably where, if anything, will be a bit of a focus point. So from there you want to work your way through the teams. Melbourne City has a lot of the high rated options. Well, you can already have the cheap golds like Fornaroli, Bobo and Castro, who are quite low rated in terms of golds. Covering yourself with rare silvers and the odd non-rare silver like Sorensen for example just covers your positions guys. Fran is just a bit too expensive, same for Muscat. I think he's very rare for what I've seen on the market guys. Basically you're wanting 250 coins as a maximum and it covers your back. All told guys, there we go, there's a 250 Muscat. We'll nab a bid on him guys, and especially for different nations they're worth considering guys. So from the A-League guys, you want to next focus your efforts on two other big games like the Madrid derby for example. 300, 350 will probably be your kind of expected route. There's plenty of non-rares to buy, not quite necessarily cheap, it's going to be hard enough guys. Vazquez, Fernandez and Casilla are very hard to buy relatively cheap. You're generally pushing around that 450-500 mark, but any that you can buy on a snipe or just a bargain at 350 then you're laughing. So you want to just nab up quite a few of these options guys, and it's always worth keeping an eye on the lowest bin just so that you have a kind of a limit on where to bid really, as it were. The reason why we're just bidding the 350 is because I've noticed on occasion I've had the odd one sneak through. I got a Lucas Vazquez just the other week for 350 coins and that was quite late at night and not a person touched it guys, which was quite impressive. So once you've done Real Madrid, you want to jump to Atletico Madrid and nab guys like Thomas, Hernandez, Virishlako, I find out how to pronounce his name, and Churchy guys. These are most of the options. Virishlako is a very good option guys for 350 coins. I've noticed he seems to have a good bit of selling power on him, especially depending on how they do the marquee matchup potentially if this game is covered guys. Sol's another one, you can get a couple of him at 350. Hernandez, I've had a few of him at 300 quite regularly. And Thomas is just one guy, I don't know why I cannot get him for 300. He seems to be really stubborn. You could put a bid on say 50 Thomases varying from 1 minute to maybe a day and you'll still not get one for some reason, and I've tried and tried and tried. That Churchy at 350, that has a position change and no contracts. That might be hard to buy, but we'll give it a bash. But the reason why you want to focus on the non-rares guys, first is because they are quite decent rated and they're cheap enough. From there guys, you want to next move on to the Serie A and focus heavily on Inter Milan especially guys. There's plenty of 300 coin options like Carrizo, D'Ambrosio and Nagatomo guys. A lot of these you can buy for 300 relatively easy. I've got quite a few Nagatomos already on the transfer list prepared, and same for Carrizo guys. And D'Ambrosio too, I've got about 3 or 4 of him. From Inter Milan guys, the next kind of route is obviously AC Milan. Well, you can't get any for 300, if you can get any for 350 to 600 is kind of a shout. There is no rares I'm afraid for 600 coins, but there is plenty of options to buy at 350 coins guys, like Zapata. Pauly's a very good option as well. Gomez for some reason is really hard to buy on the cheap. Romanoli, you can get the odd one for 350 but it's hard enough. Antonelli, he's more a 500 option. Suso's quite expensive, he's like 5 to 600 coins. But your safest bets from AC Milan guys to buy on the cheap are Bertolacci, Zapata, and the final option of Polly. They're the three best options, guys, to kind of buy on the cheap to cover that requirement. But what you want to do is, guys, once you've covered AC Milan, the next area you want to focus on is Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, guys. These guys are quite relatively cheap. Lots of them you can buy for 300, like Kildrum. I've had a few already, and your standard one of these guys, it's a wee bit hard to get on the 300, guys, but if you nab any of them, you're laughing. And Fabiano is another. So you've got a few of these guys that you can just buy for 300, and especially if the requirement is just 2 players of each. The best way you can look at it, guys, you've got 275 rated players for 300 coins, and you haven't really lost a penny. Even if you've got them packed, it's handy. But obviously you want to cover yourself with these options at least, and then depending on wherever you buy a rare option, then it covers your back as well, guys. You want to make it as low risk as possible. End of the day, Segerci and Derdiok are your 300 routes from Galatasaray, and to be honest, Derdiok, I've got a couple of him, and Segerci, I've found him a little bit harder to buy for 300, but I'm sure sooner or later I'll get a couple for 300, guys. He's a good talent nonetheless. So from this, guys, we've got quite a healthy transfer list. We've got Kramer, Stindl, Muslera, Mavraj and Arcus from several of the squad builder challenges, 3 to be precise. So from the first page, that is a healthy start, guys, in my personal opinion. Then we've also got Heinz, then Uchida to cover the Bundesliga. We've got D'Ambrosio, then we've got Dorsch, Thiago, Cheju, and we're looking pretty healthy on this point, guys. We've then got another Uchida, we've got Ashley Young, we've got Heinz, we've got Uchida again, D'Ambrosio, Emenike, which I'm happy I've thrown in. Then we've got another Uchida, which is a narco. It's very common for 300, guys, which is handy. Then Correa, Room, Jojic, Karuska, Nagatomo and Xabi Alonso, guys. So we're really covering our bases pretty well. Uchida again, I must have so many of them, but he's going to sell for profit either way. Marco Sensio, Jonas Hector, I've got a few of him. Another a couple of Thiagos, D'Ambrosio again, it's just brilliant. And then Agono, De Siglio, Dirk Coit, then we've got obviously another Hector, so we're really rolling in, guys. So hope you found this useful, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you feel of this. Smash the like, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend, and I'll see you all later, guys.